I'm intrigued by this green forest quite a lot. We're still on normal. And remember, we're still looking for Curios. Specifically, Curios are I'm curious where the Curios are right now. So, another obstacle, so we're gonna start with a battle. Doesn't matter. I was just looking for more Curio slots. So, let's bring all the heavy hitters as usual and just hope that it ends quickly. First wave. Alt Enter gives you full screen, by the way, on the PC client. Oh, this is more difficult than usual, because they usually cannot survive one single hit. And now the boss. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was just a simple ambush opponent, and it turns out it's a boss. That's quite bad, because I didn't really bring anything other than... Well, actually I have sustain, I have healing, I have invincibility, so I have quite a lot in the name of my speed lead, who is like mandatory, also revival, as well as the mythical champion Alas can transform and do multiple roles, perform multiple roles. So if you can get access to champions like this, it's super good. Now, let's move ahead. So this looks like a chest path, and we got another Curio, but I don't want Curios. You know what I want. But it's so hard to get there. Okay, 200, now we need to pay attention. Void champions, epic and legendary. Won't be easy, but it's doable. I know what it's like from hard. So I bring turn meter reduction and true fear. Alice. I know the 3 turtles are tempting. Sabita for revival. And the 5th one, given that I don't... Well, I could bring Cardial for... Yeah, let me bring Cardial. This is my arena. I think it's gonna be easy, but not so fast when you have more difficult opponents. Oh, the main attacks are gone, so wave 2 is gonna be more difficult than wave 1 was. But it's still doable on auto. I'll hide myself in the meantime. Final. When there is just some silence, you can also enjoy the atmosphere of the green forest, so that's why I was giving you some sneak peek into what it is like. I know that for some of you it's repetitive, that oh come on, it's just we're defeating 15 champions, what are we talking about, why do we play raid? It's the strategy, it's building the champions, it's about player versus environment. Different ways of managing, tackling extremely difficult content. When you cannot beat something for a year because you don't know all the mechanics, and all of a sudden you go there and figure out, oh, actually I could have used this rare or epic and I didn't even need legendaries to beat this. Then you know what mastery is like, and it is a really long thing to go through. Now, we cannot move forward, at least there, but we can absolutely tackle some of these paths. Oh, a mirror match against Alas, that's gonna be really difficult. Well, actually not that difficult, I mean 200, it's supposed to be doable. But you see, the bosses are gonna be more serious than before. So I'm not gonna go there for the 300 boss, but I would rather continue exploring what's up here. Okay, that's gonna be a fight. Simple 150. So, what can we do? Speed lead and just hit. It can happen when you have a relatively new account, like 4 or 5 months old account, that you need to look ahead and look strategically, so maybe you bring some champions that are really weak, but by the end of the month that champion is gonna be trained and strong, become strong, and that strong champion is gonna have some skills that you will badly need, especially when you don't have many others who can fulfill the same role. This can be heal reduction, for example. Remember the mimic. This can be revival, regular healing, many turn meter reduction is super important, and many other functions. Let's get going. So we're not blocked anymore. Another chest, another Curio. No, not Curio, just regular rewards. This is already red, so it's a bit more difficult. I mean, we can move and visit all these locations, but I'm rather looking for some extra Curio altars. So let's see, 200 but only epics. I can see Ugo there. Ooh, this is an interesting and relatively weak team compared to what I normally have. So I have to bring basically everyone who matters. Cold Heart or Akantum? Good question. I mean, we don't need that much of a turn meter reduction. At the moment, Akantum is fine. Normally an epic is supposed to be better than rare, although Cold Heart is very much like an epic. And we already have heal reduction, so why add another heal reduction champion that does heal reduction with the hero? Remember, this is the red part, so it's more difficult than the rest. They even have revival. Knowing which champions to attack first is also important, while the AI won't do it for you most of the time. Sometimes you become unlucky. This time this was an unlucky pick. But luck only means that it's gonna be a bit slower. I'm intrigued how long this whole thing will take. How many episodes, how many days. But hey, this is new content. Actually one of the best one that Raid could have received. I know it takes time, I know it's difficult. Wait a minute, I have to menu all this a bit. Okay, well, revival is there. No problem. Heal reduction, I will leave it for next time. Somehow need to preserve Akantum. There's a problem with Sabotage, it doesn't hit much. No heal reduction. Oh, yeah, now I remember. What does this do? Removes all debuffs from all allies, it doesn't have any. Continuous heal, strengthen. Yeah, that would help, continuous heal, but for now. Let's just do the default one. And let's hope the opponent is not gonna heal. Okay, I'll gang up on this opponent, even if it's frozen. Finally. And now I can continue on auto. Akantum got healed as well. Opponent won't be able to heal. So the A2s, A3s are basically saved for this wave. It's longer than expected, but hey, you need to have a B team, you need to have a C team. This is very much like my C team at the moment. Let's menu all this. So we have a problem. Increase attack, increase defense. The opponents are invincible at the moment. So I'll just waste this. Decrease defense is amazing. And there are no debuffs, nothing. More decreased defense, that's amazing too. I mean, all of them are still invincible. Unfortunately. It's time to do an invincibility. Oh, they stole buffs. Okay, we still don't have any debuffs. This is not a debuffer opponent. But they do retaliate, which is horrible. Now comes the heal reduction. Done. This is more difficult than expected. I don't even have an Alice at the moment. And the opponent is not gonna give up. Maybe the heal reduction was a bit too early, let's see. The left hand side champion doesn't have invincibility, neither does the right hand side. I will attack the right hand side. Got poisoned. Poisoning helps. And we'll gang up on the right hand side. Didn't really help. The opponents have too many buffs. Oh, these 200 opponents. Especially with this weak team, now they are gonna be a bit stronger. Finally, something. Heal reduction won't work. Let's remove 2 random buffs. Which buffs do we need to remove? I guess usual champion. Oh, already died. I think we could have used this buff removal for the invincibility. Anyway. Not needed at the moment. I go for the right hand side or left hand side. It's over. Now comes the final showdown. Every single time I think it's gonna be a piece of cake, super easy, but it's very far from it. Sometimes you have this type of content, and it's horrible. Horrible in a sense that you have the wrong champions, you're unprepared, and it takes ages. Finally. So that was it. Sometimes you have these kinds of problematic maps. But hey, what can we do? Let's move on. I'm still looking for Curios. But we got an ambush. 200. Hopefully we have at least we got some better champions. So speed lead. Heal reduction, heavy hitting. I can keep Cardiel, not a problem. And 200 opponents. I mean, this part is not for fun anymore. This is for progression. Wave 1 is complete. Now I'm looking forward to the third wave. Wave 2 is always problematic because you hit with most of your main skills, although if you have Alas with you, then the second wave is gonna be good. Because it's quite unlikely that Alas takes 2 turns in wave 1. And now the final wave. And then the rest of the champions that had a wave 1 attack are gonna reuse their main attacks. I mean A2, A3s. No wonder that with a better team, and maybe with better opponents too, you can make good progress. Oh, that's... This green forest is really bad. Let's look at what's hanging on the top left. Finally. 15 movement points are over. Sometimes these episodes are a bit long. So squad progress level 18, you know what this means, 3 rare cards, HP no, speed okay, attack speed optimal. We're done with this card. Okay. Mimic. And the regular chest. We'll fight the Mimic later, I don't mind at the moment. Here we don't have much. So we're not gonna get a Curio. Now, let's go this way. There you go, altar. That's what I was looking for. Another altar. How can we get there? Through the 175 opponent. Let's visit the altar first. Curios +1. That's what I was looking for. Finally. So we can select another Curio. What is this? HP attack defense? No. How about decrease defense? No, just 1 star. HP, no. Debuff, deflect debuff. There is some fantasy in it. Max HP healing. And damage. No. Stun debuff. So it stuns just 1 enemy. I think the deflect debuff, although it's a small probability, I'm gonna use this. Stat-wise we're fine, all the Curios give you minimal increments. Now, we'll need this other altar. It's currently unavailable, but it's gonna be made available once I find a speed lead. Where is my speed lead? I use Akamtum this time. I could use Shayak, but his dog is not there. So 175 only. So I'll bring 2 turtles. Maybe Donatello too. So 3 turtles. Fine. He's called Donnie in this game, by the way. Just a 175 non-boss as far as I know. I mean, Shayak himself is not that effective alone. You need his dog. Yeah, this healing is a bit difficult too. That's actually a boss stage, I didn't know about that. Notation, I'm still getting used to it. And it's quite heavy. It won't be easy, especially with the 5 opponents. So, strategy is simple. The small opponents will be hit by using the area attacks, AoE attacks. And we'll just take care of the main boss for now. I think we can afford it at the moment. The main difficulty is that I don't have any healing and I don't have any revival, it seems, like as a service basically. So Akamtum is gonna die most likely. And I cannot even block enemy healing, but it doesn't look like that we need this, because the enemy is not healing. At least the boss is not healing. So Akhenaten is gonna be history most likely. Affinity wise we had some problems possibly with Bolin, he was not hitting as much as usual. So Curio, another one. Green Forest XP gained 5, 10, 15%. As long as it's not life and death, I equip things like this, because extra XP means more stats. I found it a bit late, but hey, this happens. Deflect debuff, decrease HP. Yeah, this one, green coins, we need this one too. Okay, so Curios are not that good stat wise at the moment. Redraw altar, another redraw token for free, that helps. Now, what is this H3? 200 opponent? Oh, I know this. This is the I think it's a text team store or some store. This champion, this Dexter, can be purchased from one of the stores for in-game currency. But given that there is no other path from here, maybe we'll need to find another path. So let's see. This path is not safe, but this forest is really huge. Another main boss, 300. Alright, we're gonna go this way. Simple 150, so I just find the speed lead and bring the rest on. So you see I'm still taking minimum risk. Fairly minimum risk. And this 150 is supposed to be really straightforward. A 200 as well, and even 225 is not that hard. With the 300, maybe I need to manual it and maybe I need to have a lucky draw, and that's why the redraw altars are welcome as well. Still looking forward to more Curio altars though, because that's one of the weaknesses. And you see that every single time we spend almost half an hour, maybe even half an hour in the Green Forest, I don't think this is sustainable on some level. So good question on engagement, because you do it once, you do it twice, but like every single month is maybe a bit too much. So maybe auto clearing some part of it would help a lot. Now I will have to go this way. There you go, because of the altar. So evident. We don't have alas, but we have a speed lead. And I'm gonna bring... oh, actually, I'm gonna bring you as well, but I will bring the combination plus the reduced turn meter plus true fear. There you go. Simple, is it? Well, I acted as if it mattered who I bring. I mean, you just randomly click on a speed lead and randomly click on anyone else in the top, like 2 columns or 3 columns, and you win. Now, this is a boss, so let's click in the middle. Here reduction is already there. But the main... no, everyone got here reduction. And block buffs, that's more important, that the opponent cannot be buffed. Not sure who can buff and what. But block buffs also... yeah, you look at this, for example, speed. So, blocked the speed up for most of the champions. Actually, not most, like 2 out of 5, including the main opponent. This helps a lot. Now, we have a problem. We may need to heal, but Crocod did heal himself. And when you bring Tolling, you don't even need to take care of the 4 lesser champions. And now you know what this means. Yeah, we got a Curio, we ranked up, that's amazing because we're earning currency, and now the currency is kind of high already. Let's move ahead. Another Curio slot, so we can add the 4th slot out of 6. That's what I want to find initially. This is my objective. So this is 2 stars. What is this? HP attack def. Well, given that we don't have anything more material, I will just take this one. So defense is still the same, and Alas is defense based, by the way. So this is a small deficiency. I'm not sure what this aid altar is yet, but we will sooner or later find it. So we're going down, you see 2 altars, Curio altars next to each other. Now, what else? Oh, we found a Curio altar and I forgot to visit it. This was yesterday, so I completely forgot. So we have a 5th slot. And I was fighting without it. How horrible from me. So, stun debuff, I will use this. Random stunning. If we stun a boss, that's even better. Now, I continue my altar hunt. Here you don't see anything else. Well, strictly speaking, I can just finish the day without an altar hunt and by drawing the champions confirm and, well, doing this final battle. Doesn't hurt. I'm not even gonna bring revival. Although, when you bring Cardial, the ally attack is amazing. But these opponents are weak enough that you don't need ganging up like 4 champions or 5. So this is the final fight, at least for today. And then we'll see where we are right now, in terms of exploring the forest. Curios are important to get, and also the Curio slots, because the earlier you get those Curios, even if it's easy, you earn more currency, so you make your future battles easier by being able to get items in the store faster. This can be refreshes, redraws, this can be a lot of other things. Let's see. No true fear. And we need cooldowns for some of the skills. You see the stun in effect. Unfortunately it's not the boss, but at least one of the opponents got stunned. And just healing, so we need a heal reduction. They are all healing. Okay, this is gonna be really difficult. Even at 175. Or not necessarily difficult, it's gonna be just long. You know, you say that, okay, this is the last battle, and you have a 20-minute long battle. Not at a 175 level, but at least on some level. Now you won't be able to get buffs. Healing is not blocked for the main champion, but the smaller ones, for the smaller ones it's blocked. I hope that she's not gonna heal. We need turn meter reduction as well, and that's the reason why I brought Fabian in the middle. Although turn meter reduction doesn't always work. Buff blocked, amazing. Because we got block buffs inside. And now we have no healing at all, so this is supposed to be straightforward from now onwards. This 3 turn, this is the heal reduction by 100%, which means that effectively the opponent won't be able to heal at all. Which helps quite a lot. That was it. 77, you see we're earning interest. And with the XP as well, that's why it's 95 and not like 80 or 90. Because we're getting extra XP as well. Now, let's see where we are right now, rankings. 9th with 63 cleared. Remember, I also have some extra hard mode. So, you see 105 is the max. So far, 63 cleared is not bad. And let's see the whole map. So here you still have a couple of question marks to clear. We found the Curios. Here on the top, I mean, you just have the bosses. Here as well you have some smaller bosses. These are gonna be more difficult. You need like level 19, level 20. So I think sooner or later I will start tackling these 200 opponents. Not today, but sooner or later. And you see that we basically explored most of the map. I mean, here on the bottom right there is still a sizable chunk that is still unexplored. So that's the location where we need to go to, and there are still some very easy nodes to go through. This one and here this one. So this is gonna be an easy target on the bottom. So another 30 minutes, that's Green Forest. We'll continue on another day.